Hello, my name is James Everett of The Good, The Meh, and The Ugly, and this is my spoiler-free review of Dune Part 2. This film follows Paul Atreides as he unites with the Fremen people of the desert planet Arrakis and tries to stop the evil House Harkonnen. My overall thoughts for this movie was everything that made this first movie so amazing, unique, and creative is 100 times better here. The scope and scale of this movie, the visuals, the performances, the storytelling and messaging, all so interesting and amazing, wonderful. It's just a phenomenal movie. Everything, again, that made the first movie so good and so great is 30 million times better here. I love this movie. Now here is the good. What I really liked about the movie, I thought was excellent. The performances are awesome. Austin Butler, who played Elvis 2 years ago, sinks into the role of the Baron's cousin. He becomes this psychotic maniac that has no rules, no boundaries, no limits. He just becomes this maniac. You don't even think that's Elvis. You're thinking that is Fade Rotha. He's so good in this movie. Timothy Chalamet, whereas usually in these movies he's this kind of, nice, easygoing person. By the end of this movie, he is this almost a little bit frightening leader. He is just so prideful, and he thinks he's just all that, where it's becoming wow, that is not Timothy Chalamet, that's Paul Atreides. Such an interesting dynamic from the first movie, where he was this humble, small kind of boy in the first movie to end up like he is the savior in this movie. And the technical aspects of this movie are astounding. The cinematography, sound design, the direction by Denis Villeneuve, who directed Blade Runner 2049, everything has this wonderful craft to it, this amazing editing too. The sound design is so weird and loud, and the cinematography looks beautiful with the neutral colors and sometimes the more extreme colors. It's amazing. And the storytelling in this movie is so interesting and dynamic, where the first movie was mostly build up, where this movie is so much payoff, where this is some of the most satisfying science fiction storytelling I've ever seen in a movie. This is some of the best and most interesting dynamics of characters. They have the time to build up characters and keep characters going and keep story elements going. And the screenplay here is incredible. Now here is the meh. I thought it was just okay, or it's kind of just a nitpick. Some characters can be one-noted. Some characters feel a little bland and pretty straightforward, where some of the other characters have these complex, interesting dynamics, where some characters just feel kind of, they're just regular, which is good to have kind of loyal, regular people, but I'd like to see some depth. And the pacing in the first act is a little messy. It starts off very slow, then builds to this very fast momentum, and it gets slow again, then it gets fast again. It's kind of all over the place, but again, not that noticeable, just a nitpick. Now here is the ugly, what I did not like about the movie, or I was just, again, nitpicking. The Emperor, played by Christopher Walken, and his daughter, played by Florence Pugh, have this very commanding screen presence, and their performances are excellent, but they're not in the movie for a while. They kind of pop in, pop out, then pop back in the last 25 minutes, which is fine. Of course, it's a long movie, but I would have liked to see more of them. But again, this is an amazing, insane, crazy, incredible movie. This is one of the best science fiction films I've ever seen. This is near perfect. 10 out of 10. Thank you for watching The Good, The Meh, and The Ugly. Bye-bye.